And stepping in for the Astros, James Wood. And it looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for three. The relay throw.
Nope. Safe.
Wastes no time there. I love the hustle out of the box. Man, he drove that baseball, and he was thinking triple right away.
He's under it. Brings it in. Runner tags for home. Save. He beats it.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Laureano sprinting after it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Yordan Alvarez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Alvarez in his 6th season batting in the cleanup spot, and he was born in Cuba. And
2 balls, no strikes.
Next pitch
that ball went out.
What a stop. The throw, nicely done for the out. Back here in Baltimore, and today's starting pitcher, Spencer Arrighetti.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance.
1-0.
It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over
2 balls,
in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground to third. Zips it to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. Cedric Mullins will hit next. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. 1 out, base is empty. Missed with a changeup. And now it's even 1-1.
1-1.
And that's it for a strike.
2.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here's Gunnar Henderson. He was drafted out of high school, but for a brief moment, he thought he'd be playing college baseball at Auburn.
Well, unless he was drafted in the first round, the plan for Gunnar was to go to college. So when he became the first pick of the 2nd round, it took some convincing to go pro.
2 on, 1 out. O'Hearn now at the plate. Pitch
ball,
misses
that's off the
inside.
plate.
Ball 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Heading for the plate. He'll score, and they've tied it. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He will score, and the Orioles take the lead.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base
0-1.
hit.
Adley Rutschman, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. O'Hearn, the runner at second with 1 away. Swing, and it's popped straight up. He's got it. There's 2 away. And now it's Brandon Lau.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch counts
1-0.
Really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
On the ground, right side. Tosses to first.
He's out.
Lau out on the play. Inning over. Back now at Oriole Park. 2nd inning set to go. Down to third baseman, Isaac Paredes. High fly ball on that one, curling foul down the right side. Westberg sends it across to first. One out in the second. Matt Wallner getting ready to hit. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Late swing, foul to the left. Misses. Now 1-2.
Really
1 ball,
good take, especially
2 strikes.
2 strikes.
That's
ball
mark.
2.
And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Holiday slings to first.
He's out.
2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. And that's
ball 1, no strikes.
1-0. The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Rutschman on to first.
He's out.
In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Welcome back to Baltimore alongside former Oriole Chris Singleton. I'm John Shambi. These fans are excited for another season, Singy, and the O's have reached the postseason in back-to-back years, but came up short both times.
Is the third time a charm, Boot?
I don't know. They certainly hope so, but goal number 1 is to win the division and avoid that wild card altogether. Ramon Laureano
ball 1.
stands in here, takes ball
1-0.
low. Ground ball, left side. Paredes fires over to first, and Laureano is retired. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jackson Holiday. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Myers going back and brings it in at the wall. All set for the start of the inning. Vic Caratini at the plate. Morton back to work. Holiday throws to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. So next up for Houston, Jake Myers. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a ground ball. And it's through for a hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Everything came together for him. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it. There's
Counts
no
1-0
chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Wood stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. And another
That's ball 2.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he didn't have to give in, elevate his pitches, and
2
get
balls,
back
1
into
strike.
this at-bat.
And a pitch. Laureano on the move towards foul ground. And there's 2 down. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up.
Yeah.
There's a strike.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it
0-1.
extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel
I got
to.
1 ball,
The
1 strike.
shortstop takes the ball. That misses
Ball 2.
the zone, and that's ball 2.
Nope. Outside.
Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a runner on the go. And that one fouled off. Myers, the runner at first with 2 gone. Caught him looking for the K. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Jordan Westberg. Zips it across. And a quick out, number 1. Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. And that's
Ball.
in the dirt. And
2-0.
skips in the dirt.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Ball, that's in.
Inside, and it's a ball and a strike.
That's ball 2.
Squirts away a little bit.
What do you got?
Checks his swing, appeal to third, and he held up. Man at first, 1 away. This one smoked, could be trouble. Mullins rounds second, heads for third. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Throw to first in time. Here's Adley Rutschman. He popped out to the catcher his first time up. In the air, center field. Myers under it. And that is the third out of the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the fourth, and now it's going to be Jose Altuve. Henderson. And they get Altuve for the out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Alvarez batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Swinging a foul back, that's out of play. Next offering is in the dirt.
Ball, that's outside.
Ball. And he grounds one back up the middle. It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw. Down the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Grounded out his first time. And that one hops the wall. Coming around third is Alvarez. The relay to the plate.
Got him on the tag. Out.
Thought about third, but back to second safely. Matt Wallner digs in now. On the ground. On the run, throw to first.
Out.
And very nicely done for the out. Bottom 4. Now it's the DH, Brandon Lau. Grounded out his first time up. Tap foul at the plate.
You know, these Orioles doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you,
Ball
Boo.
1.
They're making contact with more than 85%
1 ball, 1 strike.
of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Swing and a ball popped up. Pena. And it's caught for the out. Now it's the right fielder, Heston Kjerstad. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. And they add a run. It's 4-1. Laureano comes up to hit. Pitch misses inside. And that's ball one. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going.
1 ball,
it made
2
it
strikes.
a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the
Nope,
way that they
inside,
treated
ball
your
2.
family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
That
3
one
2.
misses. Full count now. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Swing and a chopper out to short. Tosses to first.
No, he's out.
And Laureano is retired. Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday.
Ah.
2 outs. Foul ball there. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Back to the top of the lineup and into the box for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg.
Did he go?
Swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And that's going to be ruled a swing. Close one.
That's a
Doesn't
ball.
get the call. And a count 1 and 2. Runner takes off. Up the middle. Pena fires to first on the run.
Out.
What a play. Inning over. Ready now for the 5th inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Yainer Diaz. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Astros, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them. So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
Whips it across.
Got him.
And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Victor Caratini. Up the middle. And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Next to hit, Jake Myers. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down. So the Houston lineup turns over. James Wood will hit next. Swing and a foul out of play. And that's a ball. A little bit low. And the count is 1-1. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And we're at the top of the 5th. Fouls it off. Still 1 and 2. O'Hearn goes to second for out. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. Back here in Baltimore, bottom of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Cedric Mullins. Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, Steven Okert.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty
Ball
hitter
one, no
coming up.
strikes.
I think that's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me. You know, these Orioles putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Three. Miss struck him out. And now one away. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. He was late there, strike one.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that one finds its way through.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
And that one pulled foul. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Oh, right to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Heads up base running right there.
1 out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. And he chases that one. 2 away. Here's the catcher to hit. Adley Rutschman. 0 for 2. He gets the intentional walk here and now will force at any base with 2 gone. First and second. 2 outs. Lau at the plate. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Sometimes a hitter
the count.
will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky,
that's
but
out.
expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
On the ground to third. Fires across the diamond. That ends the inning. Back now at Oriole Park, top of the 6th inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. Mullins drifts towards it, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. Jose Altuve up to hit here. They got it from number 2.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Swinging a foul straight back.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen.
0-2 is the count.
What he's offering that day.
Ground ball up the middle. Henderson over to
He's
first
out.
in time. That's out number 3. And we're back. And now the right fielder, Heston Kjerstad. Okert back to work. And there's a strike. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
Ground ball right side. And he handles
He's
it
out.
himself for the out. Here's Ramon Laureano. He's grounded out a couple of times. Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
That one hit to right. Snags it for the 2nd out. 2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in is the speedy Jackson Holiday. And the first
1-0.
offering is not close. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. High high fly ball out to left field. Squeezes it, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of inning number 7. And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. Henderson. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute small stuff, just like we saw.
Wallner lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. On its way to the corner, and that's a foul ball. 1 down, base is empty.
2-1.
Now 2-1. This one looks like trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. And it's even better when it gets you extra bases. Love looking in at your dugout and seeing the guys fired up.
Kerstead pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Victor Caratini, the next to hit. 1 for 2. Not
Counts
close
1-0.
to that one. Ball 1. And there's a foul ball. That missed
2
by
balls,
a lot.
1
2
strike.
1. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
No, that's
Just
low.
missed. Now this is in the air down the line. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. Back here in Baltimore, here's the 3rd baseman, Jordan Westberg. On the ground to 3rd. The throw to 1st.
Got him.
And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. And next for the Orioles, Cedric Mullins. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Brian King.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high.
0-1's the count.
A ton.
Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. And
3.
down on strikes he goes. 2 away. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
I
got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball. 2 outs, base is empty. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. That's a double, and he's got a 4-hit day.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his 2nd extra base hit in this one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And a foul ball. Man at second. And a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a ball popped up. Pena makes the catch, and that will end the inning. We're in the top of the 8th, and now Jake Myers. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the
No
ninth,
balls, 2
that
strikes.
closer's coming in.
Misses
That's
off
out.
the plate, and it's 1-2.
That's a great take. Tried to get him to chase just outside the zone, but he wouldn't offer.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw comes in too late, and they come away without an out.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. That's one of those you classify as just hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
And here is James Wood. Whips it to Mountcastle. First out in the top of the 8th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Pena in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Holiday. Nabs it. Out number 2. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Holiday fires over to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Back now at Oriole Park. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. And first offering is fouled off. Late on that fastball.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him.
0-2 is the count.
And if you're not looking up at that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And it falls. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
The 0-2. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at-bat. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Tosses across to first, and the bunt doesn't work out. Ramon Laureano now calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. Now it's the second baseman, Jackson Holiday. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. There's the slider.
0-1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And now here is Jordan West. So they turn to their closer, Yohan Duran.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Up the middle to second, Altuve.
Got him. That's an out.
And that's terrific work out of the bullpen. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Cano back to work. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss.
Filthy
0-2.
changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
He goes down looking. He's 2 outs away. Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. And there's a hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Now at the plate, Matt Wallner. Triple digits. Paredes
0-1's the count.
at first, one gone. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Got him swinging. Now only 1 out remaining. And next to hit for Houston, Yainer Diaz. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile.
0-1.
0-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
That's
No balls,
a pretty
2 strikes.
nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball.
Ball.
The bottom just falls out of it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
The Astros down to their final strike. On to first,
You're out.
ball game. And the Orioles claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense. 4-1 the final here today. As the